Ohayou gozaimasu, konnichiwa, konbanwa, for whenever you're listening to the Joshi Pod, your weekly podcast about the world of Japanese women's wrestling. Joshi Wrestling. I'm your host, Eric Howard, coming to you from beautiful San Diego, California. I do want to first apologize for the delay in this week's episode, but I think it's well worth it. Thank you so much for the positive feedback from last week's episodes with Aki. He really gives you an insight of what it's like to be a foreigner living in Japan, and also just how much he loves and respects the women of Gato Move. If you missed those episodes, please go back and give them a listen. I think you're going to enjoy them. Aki's such a good guy. He's gonna meet up with him when I'm in Japan in March. And speaking of that, I'm no BS, guys. I've got some pretty amazing interviews lined up. Some people I've never heard him do an English language interview before, so I'm pretty excited about that. So subscribe, rate, review on iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast from. You're not going to want to miss those interviews next month when I actually make a trip over to Japan. But first, on this week's show, we do have our 3-count headlines of the week, which includes how promotions are dealing with the coronavirus situation. Instead of a show review this week, we're going to take a quick look at Kagetsu's career as it comes to an end this week on the 24th. We'll see where, we'll also look at some other shows that are taking place this week in Japan. We'll also see where performers are performing outside of Japan. And in the big main event interview, this one's special to me. It's from a young lady in my neck of the woods. It's real cool to see somebody, one of your locals, make good. It's Thunder Rosa. She grew up she was born in Tijuana, grew up in Chula Vista, in South San Diego, the same area where I grew up in. We have quite a bit in common, attending some of the same schools, and you're really going to enjoy the conversation I had with her. Audio quality is not the greatest, won't lie to you. I had to catch her while she's on the road, traveling to Corpus Christi, I believe she was on her way to. But it was a fun interview. She talks about a lot of fun things. She talks about her Stardom experiences early in her career and how it's going in Tokyo Joshi Pro now. So please stick around and give it a listen. She's really killing it right now, so please give it a listen. Without further delay, let's get into the biggest headlines of the week that are brought to you by Quiet Wyatt Designs. If you need a t-shirt, a logo, a Snapchat filter, anything designed, a lapel pin, your boy Nolan is the guy to go to. It's Quiet Wyatt Designs, QUIET-WYATTT, Designs, all one word. Search for them on Facebook. You can also find them on Redbubble and on Twitter at QWD_official. Thunder Note Rosa and I have a little chat about Nolan and the team at Quiet Wyatt Designs. He's got some designs on her thunderrosa.bigcartel.com. So support two at once, supporting Nolan at Quiet Wyatt Designs and Thunder Rosa. Headline number 1. Because of the coronavirus situation in Japan, Stardom has announced they will be canceling shows on February 22nd, 23rd, 29th, and March 14th. They will have a show on March 8th at Korakuen Hall, but it'll be an empty arena. The show will be available for free on YouTube. Other companies have released statements as well, encouraging fans to wear masks, use hand sanitizer, and also on some of the shows, wrestlers will, where they normally shake hands and greet fans, they won't be doing that at this time. I understand Japan's sensitivity to controlling the virus. First, nobody wants to spread, and second, they have the Summer Olympics coming up this summer, and the last thing I'm sure anybody wants there is an outbreak of sickness prior to the start of the Olympics. We would like to wish all those in Japan and around the world the very best. I'm trying, like I said before, I'm traveling there next month, and the coronavirus has crossed my mind, and my loved ones are asking questions, and I spoke with Thunder Rosa about it as well, and it's on her mind as well. So, headline number 2: Performance Center in Japan. There have been talks now for a while that the WWE will be opening a performance center in Japan. The rumors have intensified this week, and it appears WWE will be opening a facility later this year, with the announcement coming in July when the WWE is touring Japan. You'd have to think that several veterans would be open to becoming trainers at the facility. A wrestler trainer just retired from Stardom. Headline number 3. Rest in peace, P-Chan.
番線に渋谷新宿方面行きが参ります。危ないですから黄色い線までお下がりください。
Instead of doing a show of the week this week, we're going to take a quick look at the career of Kagetsu. Yukari Ashino was born on June 24th, 1992. She was trained after her junior high school graduation in 2008. She was just 16 when she started training under Miko Satomura at the Sendai Girls Dojo. Just 3 months into her training, she wrestled an exhibition match against Ryo Mizunami to a 5-minute draw. A month later, she had her first official match on August 24th, 2008. She wrestled for Sendai Girls, JWP, Ibuki, Ice Ribbon, Pro Wrestling Wave, and a number of other promotions. On February 6, 2010, she wrestled her first match as Kagetsu in the Niu Shine promotion. She made her Stardom debut in May 2012, losing to Saki Kashima. Kagetsu made her US debut in 2012 with Chikara. Sendai Girls continued to be her base promotion, but she did leave the group in 2015 to become a freelancer. In April 2016, she became an official member of Oedo Tai and was a full-time member of the Stardom roster. In June 2016, she teamed with Kyoko Kimura to defeat Io Shirai and Mayu Iwatani to win the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles. They would lose those titles to Kairi Hojo and Yoko Bito in December of 2016. Man, those are some legendary Stardom names quite in a row there. She continued to perform in other promotions, including Oz and Diana. In October 2016, she teamed with Kyoko Kimura again and Hana Kimura to win the Artist of Stardom tag titles. They held those belts until January 2017. In June 2017, she regained the Goddess tag titles, this time teaming with Hana Kimura to defeat Hiroyo Matsumoto and Jungle Kiona. She was really establishing herself as the leader of Oedo Tai and finding her way into the main event scene. She had changed her look, slicked her hair back, and she and Oedo Tai were becoming more and more popular. Kagetsu seems so cool to me. Is she as cool outside the ring as she seems inside the ring?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she's pretty bloody cool to look at in the ring, so that's saying something. She's just as awesome outside of it. She's just like this laid back, happy, awesome girl, and it was just, it was great. I got to have a few conversations with her, thankfully, because she spoke a little bit of English, which was awesome. So I got to have a few conversations with her.
Kagetsu returned to the U.S. in 2018, wrestling for Ring of Honor in Las Vegas, Maryland, and Virginia. On June 9th, 2018, she ascended to the top of the Stardom heap by defeating Toni Storm to win the World of Stardom title. One of the people she defended the title against was Nicole Savoy.
Okay, tell me about Kagetsu. She's another one.
Another one that's just athletic, so awesome, and she's like a sponge. When she sees something she really likes, she wants to know more about it, and it's very infectious to where it rubs off on you, and you kind of want to know why things are done a certain way, and you want things broken down and explained and stuff as well. And she's so good at teaching things, and she actually was one of the ones with Hana that really broke down and explained that Joshi style of storytelling and stuff to me, because here in America, we tell stories in the ring differently versus over there. And so Kagetsu, one day in training I just sat there and asked her what's the difference between what I know back home and what's done out here, and she explained it to me, and I was like, oh, okay.
In April 2019, she wrestled for both Stardom and Ring of Honor during WrestleMania week, including appearing at a dark match at Madison Square Garden. Jim Valley did the English commentary for the Stardom pay-per-view in New York.
It's no secret that I love the Prime Minister Kagetsu. She's in the running for the most underappreciated best wrestler in the world. As far as her ability, she is able to, when she needs to have a great match, she has a great match. And when she doesn't need to kill herself, it's still a great match. When she needs to be fearful, she's not overly fearful to where it harms the character. She is always puts in the appropriate everything at the right time, and she may be so good at it, that may be a reason that she's overlooked. I just think she is brilliant.
Kagetsu would drop the World of Stardom title to Bea Priestley on May 4th, 2019 at Shinkiba First Ring. Over time, Kagetsu, along with Mayu Iwatani, became the main trainers at the Stardom Dojo. Alex Grassi was able to train under Kagetsu while touring Japan.
Tell me a little bit about Kagetsu. Give me some love for Kagetsu.
I mean, she's just everything that you would want in a leader. I believe like she would do stuff just so flawlessly. And like when you watch her, she's just like so captivating that you're just like, oh my gosh. And just the way she's able to like be kind and patient with you like while you are learning. Like I think that is everything like you want in a leader, but she'll also like push you to your limit to where you feel like you can't do something or you can't go anymore. And like you find out that you can. And it's like because of her, she's just so sweet and so motivating. We were very lucky I was very lucky to have her while we were there.
On December 25th, 2019, Kagetsu announced she would be retiring from wrestling. She'd just come off an amazing match with Mayu Iwatani at the Stardom End of Year Climax show. There were rumblings that there was a power struggle, and her top trainee, Hazuki, were retiring because they lost the power struggle. There were also rumors that trainees were not liking her style of training and wanted her out. None of the rumors were actually corroborated, and while she was doing her retirement tour, there's nothing but positive comments and respect given to Kagetsu. She did finally pass the torch to the new Oedo-tai leader, Natsuko Tora. Kagetsu's wrestled for just about every Joshi promotion during her retirement tour, including going back to her first promotion, Sendai Girls. Her final match will be February 24th, where she'll face her trainer, Miko Satomura. The show will air on some format on Samurai TV. The Prime Minister may not get the recognition that some of the other Stardom women get for help building the company, but she definitely deserves some. She made Oedo-tai the coolest faction in wrestling, and she was one of the pillars holding the company up, while some of the other women were headed to North America and to other promotions in the United States. No word on what she'll be doing after her retirement. We do wish her well. Thank you, Prime Minister, and we wish you the best of luck in retirement. Not a ton of shows this week in Japan. On the 22nd, Diana's at Shinkiba First Ring. Ice Ribbon's at their dojo in Saitama. The 23rd, we have Wave at Shinkiba First Ring, and Gato Move is at Ichigaya Chocolate Square. The 24th is the Kagetsu Retirement Show. There's also an Ice Ribbon show, their big show at Kurikan Hall. Former guest Tikla will be on that show. Marvelous is at Shinkiba First Ring. Pure J is at Itabashi Green Hall. Diana is at their dojo in Kanagawa. Tokyo Joshi Pro is in Seijo Hall. I can't say that word. Big match I'm looking forward to seeing on that one is Miyu Yamashita facing Palm Harajuku. They're two of my favorites in Tokyo Joshi Pro. And Seedling is part of a bigger show in Kanagawa. Some of the regulars, Seedling regulars will be on the show, along with Sema and some of the talent from OWA. Let's take a look to see where performers are performing outside of Japan. Tokyo Joshi Pro will be at Tampa, Florida for WrestleMania weekend, Friday, April 3rd at WrestleCon. Get those tickets at WrestleCon.showclicks.com. Some of the Tokyo Joshi Pro talents have been booked for other shows. Maki Ito and Miyu Yamashita are scheduled for the Joey Ryan Party Show on April 4th. Also during WrestleMania weekend, Veni, the wrestler known as Asuka in Japan, will make her U.S. debut on Effie's Big Gay Brunch Show on February 4th. For ticket info, go to makeitgayer.eventbrite.com. Go support Asuka Veni. She's a wonderful talent and has come a long way in her just a couple, 3-4 years in the business. Ice Ribbon's Akane Fujita will be in the U.S. from March 2nd to April 14th. She's available for bookings by reaching out to kikataro.booking@gmail.com. She will be appearing at the Fist Combat Show on March 6th in San Diego. She'll be in a 10,000 thumbtack match. You can get more information on that match or for that event by visiting facebook.com/fistcombattv. Before I get to that big main event interview with Thunder Rosa, I want to thank you guys again for downloading and listening to this episode of the Joshi Pod. If you'd like to follow the show on Twitter, you can at the Joshi Pod. And again, stick around, listen to Thunder Rosa, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Arigatou gozaimasu. So this interview, guys, is very important to me. She's one of our own. She's one of my own. I grew up in Chula Vista. She's born in Tijuana, raised in southern San Diego. Very excited to have the International Princess Champion, the NWA Women's Champion, La Mera Mera, Thunder Rosa on the Joshi Pod. Thanks for joining us, Thunder Rosa.
Hi. I am recording you on my blog because I'm blogging you.
Oh, nice. We'll double dip it here, right?
That was the thing. Okay. Funny story. It's not funny for him. He's been asking me to do his podcast for about a month or two, and I finally say yes.
When I started this podcast, you were one of the first people I wanted to talk to because you're one of my people. We're both from San Diego.
Yes, we are. I am I actually am from TJ, but did you go, what high school did you go to?
I went to Castle Park.
Boo! Boo! I went to Montgomery High School. Go Aztecs.
So then after high school, you went up to Cal Berkeley, right?
No, I stayed in Southwestern College. I was there for 4 years because I had to learn English.
Mm-hmm.
I legit, when I went to high school, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to college, woo, woo. And then they were like, nope, you're not, because you don't speak English. You're, really behind. I didn't even know the standardized test or nothing. So they're like, you got to go to community college.
I went to Southwestern for a little while as well.
Yeah, I was there for 4 years, bro.
That's good, though.
4 years. But you know what? It was that was one of the most years of. I learned so many people skills there. I got involved in a bunch of stuff in sports. It was the first time that I played sports, a lot. I learned how to play tennis. I learned how to swim. I played volleyball. Anything that I could get my hands on that they allow me to do within, the credits, so I didn't have to pay, I will do it. So, and then I got involved in, student government, and I was a senator first, and then I became a vice president. And then that's what, like I said, that's what I learned how to do. I already have the skills, but that's what I developed. So I'm really grateful, and I'm gonna give a shout out to I don't know if you're gonna listen to this, but Arlie Ricasa. She was my advisor for many years. She's such a strong woman. I had so many strong women in my life, in my adult life, that were able to guide me when I was struggling. So she was one of them, and she still works as a politician in San Diego area.
That's awesome. So you went to Cal Berkeley after that. Now, did you ever eat at Top Dog?
Did I ever see myself as a top dog?
No, when you went to Cal Berkeley at did you ever eat the hot dog place Top Dog?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I didn't even want to go to UC Berkeley, man. I was no, I'm gonna go to San Diego State, right? So I applied to San Diego State. They denied me. I cried for a week. I was like, oh my God, I didn't get in. But because I was missing one class. But then I got the opportunity to go to UCLA, and I stayed there for a week through a program, again, that I learned in the student government. And there they help us, how to apply for all the UC schools. So I applied to 5 different UC schools. And I got in all of them. I wanted to go to UCLA. But my husband, at that time, we were living together. He was like, there is no way in hell we're moving to Los Angeles. I hate the traffic. It's too crowded. How about we go and take a trip to, Cal Berkeley so you can see the school and see if you like it. So he took me there, and I didn't tell my parents. I told them that I was going to go to a field trip. But I ended up going there, and we fell in love with the Bay Area. And that's when we make our decision to go to the Bay Area. Funny story is, we had a Dodge Caravan, 1986, with a blown gasket, bro. We drove that thing. I think half of it was trash, honestly, but it was it was our stuff. And it took us 15 hours because we had to stop every hour to pour water in the car because it was overheating. So we finally made it. He didn't have a job. I didn't have no money. It was we had just fostered thoughts and just the hope that we were going to make a better life for ourselves. And that's how we started our journey in the Bay Area.
When did you start training to wrestle?
I didn't start training to wrestle until I was 2014, January 2014. But I started attending a lot of shows in 2013. This was like 3 years after I graduated from college, and my husband was in college at that time. And he was about to transfer to Cal State East State, and the money that we raised from scholarship for him to go to university, I used it to go to wrestling school, but we lost all the money because they closed the school. So, yeah.
So you're not wrestling very long before you make your first trip over to Japan.
Yeah, I was, I had less than 10 matches when they invited me to go to Stardom. Like,
who invited you?
Cheerleader Rosa.
Okay.
She came to our school and she was training with us, and then all of a sudden she called me one time. And she's like, "Are you interested in going to Japan?" And I'm like, yes. And I was like, "What do you have to do?" "Well, you'll have to stay 3 months there, blah, 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 blah." My job at that time, they were super supportive. I knew I was doing wrestling at that time. So they were like, "Yeah, you can take a leave of absence for 3 months and then come back and do your job." So I was like, "All right." So it was rough, man. Like, I'm not going to lie. I've never been in another country besides Mexico and the United States. And it was a culture shock. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. It was like, mostly it was because, I live in the Bay Area. We're very progressive. We as women, we can say whatever. We can, be whatever. And then I go to Japan, and it's just like certain stuff about women are still a little behind, and I just couldn't handle it. Like, I just couldn't, like, get a grasp of it. I was like, what is going on? What is happening? But, with time, I learned how to respect the culture. I learned how to love the culture, and I learned how to love the country. I mean, it's their country. There's nothing you can do about it. I just go there and work. And yeah, there's like some stuff that I messed up, but that's how they live, and that's what they do. Like, it will take time for it to become more progressive and to be more open about certain stuff.
Wrestling wise, do you think you were ready? I mean, you were not very long into the business.
Nah, come on, dude. No, I was not ready. But you know what? When you have good fundamentals, and you have charisma, and you can just kind of like fake it until you make it, that's what you do. And I did that, and people were like, "Oh, so you only been wrestling for that?" No way. I just like had to learn super fast, and I had to like adapt to what my senpais were asking me. So again, because I was so new, like a lot of the moves it was like very similar to what the other girls were doing. So my senpai, she pretty much told me, you gotta change your moveset. So that's what I worked for the 3 months that I was there. And when I got when I got that concussion, I was out for a whole month. That's when I mostly was like studying and making sure that I was doing what they had to do.
So who were the trainers at the dojo?
When I was training there, it was Yoshi.
She's not bad to learn from, right?
Oh, excuse me?
She's not bad to learn from.
Hell no, man. Like, all the rope stuff that I learned, it was from her. Like, I learned not to be afraid of the ropes after I went and did some stuff with her. So, like, she's got such a high-flying wrestler. She's like, she's one of the best, if not the best wrestler in the roster. Like, she can go, mat wrestling, she can do a high-flying. She's very, she's able to tell a story regardless if she speaks English or not. And she's very likable, too.
So you had some matches, some with Mayu Iwatani, some with Io. What's it like to be in the ring with such talented people?
I mean, when you're like that green, it's very. I was very nervous all the time because I didn't want to forget anything, And I don't want to break kayfabe, but there's like a method to the madness in a match, and they're very particular about it. Japan. So when you're like a ring girl, it's like memorization is not bad. You can the short end on the stick, which I did a couple times, but it's part of the learning process. So I learned so much. I honestly wish I would have had a little bit more experience, so I could have had like more dope matches in terms of like having matches with like people on top. So I could have learned a lot more. But you know what? Regardless, I always have this mentality that no matter who you are in the ring, you can always learn something.
You must have impressed them somehow because they asked you back the following year.
Well, yeah, it was kind of like they wanted to bring me like before, but I couldn't, so I was working, and then we worked a couple angles, and we were able to go as a tag team. So yeah.
You and Holly Dead?
All of that, yeah. So, I mean, I think that's important once you start establishing yourself as a wrestler, that they're seeing things, and then they're like, yeah, well, let's bring you back. But then, I took a hiatus from Japan for a while, and but then I came back with Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, and now it's gonna be my third tour with them, which is like super awesome. Like I love Sagaki-san, the trainers, the ladies, just Tokyo Joshi in general, and what it like stands for. I mean, I know a lot of the girls in that might be like, oh my God, they're super technical. There's probably one or two or three that are on top, but I mean, most of all the girls, they come from different parts of the business, of the entertainment business, and some of them are models, some of them are singers, but all of them have like the same thing in common. They want to wrestle, they want to perform, and they enjoy doing it. So
what's the difference like in the culture, like in the training in the back and stuff? Difference between Stardom and Tokyo Joshi Pro?
For me, I guess coming to Tokyo Joshi, like I had a name now, and it was like the girls were treating me differently. But I always give them so much respect and so much love. Like we're all women, and we're all there to like entertain and have fun. And working in Tokyo Joshi for me has been like so easy, and the girls are so easygoing. The coach is like, if you make a mistake, he doesn't like, chew your ass about it. He's there kind, and it's like, okay, let's work on it next time. And he really helps the girls in terms of like psychology wise and getting their characters over. That's so important. No matter if the girl is like a beginner or she's on top, like he always like, I feel like he treats them in the same way, which I really do enjoy. I don't feel like, I mean, there is a hierarchy. That's everywhere in Japan. But I don't feel like it was like the way that it was when I was working at Stardom, because we have like some of the, legends working there. Kimura-san, she was there many times, and like these ladies have been wrestling for 15, 20 years, so you have to better show their respect to them. So I don't know, it's different. Like I haven't really seen that. Like we all put the rings together. I don't know. It's just like they're very different. They're very, very different. And like, so like, because they're like a little more easygoing, I really enjoy working with Tokyo Joshi. That's like my style.
Good. And I'm not the only one saying this, but like the last couple of years, I mean, you've improved by leaps and bounds, and you are pretty amazing right now in your work and stuff. And I noticed that this last couple of matches you had at Tokyo Joshi Pro, I was like, dang, Thunder Rosa's really, really, really good right now. What do you think clicked for you in the last couple 3 years that you improved so much?
Confidence. I believe in myself now. I believe in myself. I believe that I'm an athlete and an entertainer. And if nobody else wants to believe it, well, that's their bad. They're gonna miss on it. I would have some badass matches, man, on WoW and stuff like that, and they always like attribute it to somebody else. But I don't think it's like attributing it to somebody else that you have a good match to Tanga. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the opponents that I've had, like we've been able to like highlight their strengths, and that's the most important part when you're like in a match. It's like you must have to like want to highlight your opponent's strengths. I mean, I'm not there to just put my stuff over. I don't need that. I want to have a good match. I want to tell a good story. If the other person is willing to do so, yeah, let's go dance. Let's have a party. And I'm having fun. And like when I'm there, I'm loving it. I forget about everything. I forget about my back hurts. I forget that my shoulder hurts. I forget that I got beat up in MMA the day before, and my chins are bruised. I'm there to like entertain and have fun. And I think that's the big difference. And you can see it.
Mm-hmm. So is the collective experience from like WoW and Lucha Underground, all that stuff, was that what brought on your confidence?
Yeah, I think a lot of my very hard times during certain TV shows and stuff, like the self-doubt, the like, am I good enough for this spot? Am I, why is this not, I'm not there, like just being patient and understanding that certain things happen at a certain time. It was important, and learning how to work camera, learning how to tell a story, and instead of doing all these crazy moves, it's the most important part at the end of the day. Like they remember that. They remember the facial expressions. They remember certain things that you do in the ring, like mannerisms, stuff like that. It's when I did Cobra Moon, that's what I learned, because I had a mask, so I had to be extra, and I had to make sure that I convey the story that the producer wanted to convey, and wanted to tell me about the character. And I translated that on Thunder Rosa. And we have poured so much on this character. I mean, Thunder Rosa is me, but I'm to the 15th level, on everything. And how you see me in the ring right now, that's how I want to see myself in the cage when I step on the stage the second time. It's just finding the confidence, finding, I know I have the dog in me, and I showed it so many times in the ring, but I have to show it in the cage. So it was it takes some time before you get that.
So Tokyo Joshi Pro obviously has confidence in you. They put you against Maki Ito. My fans want to hear all about that match with Maki Ito.
How was the match?
Yeah, how'd it go?
Have you seen it?
I have.
Have you seen it?
I have.
I think it went. I think it went. I think it went well. I beat the crap out of her. That's for sure. She was really nervous. And I think we told a really good story. And I know I was one of the few opponents, strong opponents that she ever had. I don't think she ever had somebody like in there. She's super popular, and the fans were pissed when she lost the championship.
You made her cry.
Oh yeah, of course. And I feel like I have a gift, and I put it every time I can on social media. I mean, she's nasty. She's so nasty. I was like, man, if I could do that, I will do it too. But yeah, she's wonderful to work with.
Who's teaching her those words?
I don't know, man. I think she just goes on Google and Google them, and then he finds the nastiest word to put on Twitter today and say what I learned. The last one that she put it was about being pooped on or something. That I was I just, to me, I'm and then she put that picture of she has chocolate on it, and I'm just putting on my face. I was yeah, you're too much, girl. You're too much. But
is she that way? Is she that way backstage too? Is she kind of just a free spirit as well?
Man, she's super. All the girls are man, the girls are chill. I don't even know how to explain it. They're so kind. At least to me, all of them, they show me so much kindness. And when I'm come back, they're so warm to me. Like I said, I'm very warm, and I love working with them. I love creating art and creating something really, really fun with them. That's, and I want them to learn from me, and I want to learn from them too. Because like I said, I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep going back to Japan, but as many times I go back, I'm just gonna keep learning, keep having great matches, and even if we the match so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna take that personal and oh, she's terrible. Now we all learn together, and it's amazing.
So you're going back the first weekend of March.
Yeah, man, I'm leaving on Friday.
Nice.
On Friday, I have 3 shows. I will be defending my championship against Baby Kaiju. Last time, she defended her championship. Now it's my turn to defend my championship. So I'm really excited. She's so good. She's so fast. It's gonna be awesome. A lot of fun.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up NWA Power. You're kind of one of the most, I think, the most entertaining parts of that entire show.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just, NWA just brought the best out of me, I think. I think a lot of people deny me from the spotlight, and NWA just put that spotlight on me, and I think I'm I'm doing everything on the best of my ability, and my husband and I to like take it to the next level. And now winning the championship, being a champion, I just want to keep playing it in very different ways, and showing the respect that other women deserve, like the ones that were like the pioneers of women's wrestling. So that's why you see me doing a lot of like the birth kind of stuff, and talking about history, and talking about all the stuff about the NWA, because it is important to mention, like all the suffering and all the struggles that so many women have to go through for us now to be in the spot that we are. Well, women always like lately they talk about the women's revolution, but this is something that's been happening for like 8-9 decades. Like women were asking for respect, and women were not allowed to wrestle in certain states. I'm not only talking about here in the United States, but I'm talking about Mexico too. It was like something very, very similar to that. And it has to do with women's rights, and it is important to mention, not to be forgotten, because so many women have to sacrifice so much for us to be here, and for us to to live our dream as professional athletes in the ring.
And I follow you on social media. So, I mean, you do a lot of media appearances and things like that. Is that to get that word out about this woman's revolution, whatever you want to call it, that you're kind of spearheading this latest version of it?
Well, all the media appearances that we're doing it for a purpose. We want to really expand the brand of Santa Rosa to everywhere. And I'm not only talking about in wrestling. I'm talking about in entertainment. I want to get more involved in like educating other young women about self-esteem, self-defense, like all this kind of stuff that wrestling, jiu-jitsu, MMA can bring to their life. And how empowered they can be if they focus on on educating themselves in different ways. I'm not only talking about going to school and learning a trade. I'm talking about all kinds of stuff, and like the opportunities that we as women of color, we can also have, in different aspects and in different avenues in life. So, that's why we're focusing so much on doing that and talking about it. So I think it is important that other women hear that it is possible to achieve your goals, and that it is possible to try something new, even though you are not the youngest, or you probably are not likely to succeed, but you still can try, and you still can do it. Not only try it, but doing it, and taking it to the next level. So I'm really passionate about that, and like I've said this many times before. I don't think wrestling doesn't owe me anything. I owe everything to wrestling. My success, my happiness, the way that I interact with my fans, like it's all because of wrestling. So, yeah.
I got a couple more questions for you. Who is the Queen of Texas?
I am the fucking Queen of Texas. I'm sorry I cursed. I am. Whoever else wants to say that, okay, fine. But I can tell you something. I can outsell anybody on tickets because I love my fans. I reach out. I promote. My team promotes. My husband, everybody is on my team. We promote the crap out of it. And people come to see me. I sound so egocentric. I am the Queen of Texas. Everybody can say that.
Everybody
calls themselves a queen, but
I've had a couple other women who say they're the queen.
And, everybody knows who it is.
Let's talk about WrestleMania weekend, where your Tokyo Joshi Pro is going to have a show as well. How do you think it's going to translate over to the American audience?
A lot of people are very excited to see it. Like they follow DDT. That you can sign up for DDT Pro. By the way, pay $9.99. Go DDT.com to pay $9.99, and you can get access to Tokyo Joshi, DDT, Gambare, all kinds of stuff, all matches. There's a bunch of stuff. And people that follow Joshi Pro Wrestling, I think they just want to see more Joshi shows. And they're going to have like half of the roster come here. So, and then they have Su Young, Priscilla, and I in the show. So it's going to be really good. There's going to be a couple of championship defense We're gonna send the championship, I think, during the show, and people are gonna get to see something that they don't get to see every single day. They can only see that on YouTube, so or on DVD.com. Yeah, I mean, have you been in a Joshi show before?
I've been to several. I've been to Japan 4 times. So I went to one Tokyo Joshi Pro show. I've been to quite a few Stardom shows, got to a Move show, Wave show, different companies. So I love obviously I love Joshi Wrestling. I'm doing a podcast about it, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, but with an American crowd, and the American crowd it's so interesting because they're a lot louder. Well, especially for like Stardom shows. Like for Tokyo Joshi, I feel like the fans are like super loud. They're very engaged in the matches. So that's another thing that I like about the promotion and the fans.
Let's hope Maki keeps the words to herself, though.
Well, I don't know. What she's gonna do. She's gonna be like poking people's butt.
I hope people sing along with her. That would be actually kind of cool to see.
You think people will sing along? Do they know the song?
I think they do. I think
American?
More than you know, I think. Yeah, because I think when she went to England just recently for Eve, that people sang along with her.
Yeah, then there you go.
So, Thunder Rosa, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me always on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram, guys. If you have a question, send me a DM. I usually respond. Twitter, I respond, but you can't send me a message. I don't call you. Thunder Rosa 22 on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook is Thunder Rosa 2. You can also watch me and my vlogs, my traveling vlogs, in YouTube at Thunder Rosa. And for any merchandise, you can go to thunderrosa.bakertell.com.
She has a shirt designed by our show sponsor, Quiet White Designs.
Yes, my friend Nolan, man, he's the best. He designed another one, which I'll be dropping pretty soon. I'm like looking for somebody to like print the design because it's so dope. I want like the right person to print it. Yeah, I'm gonna be working with him with a couple stuff. And he also did the Thunder Tower design, the black and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
You can find that on my page. And I have pins and I have hats on that design too. So they're pretty dope. Oh, and I forgot, don't forget to watch us on NWA Power every Tuesday at 6:05. And you can watch all the shows there too on YouTube. So I'm there. You can't say that you can't see me. I'm there.
You're not John Cena, we can see you?
I actually did the John Cena thing after I was saying this, by the way.
We'll see that on your vlog, right?
No, I didn't record the whole thing. I just recorded the beginning.
Oh, okay.
But I should have, like, you can't see me. I'm right there right now. I have to. You have to, when you do, you can't see me. But, yeah, guys, like, come and tell your friends. If they haven't followed me, tell them to follow me on all the social media. We're trying to get to 60,000 followers by the end of March. No, not the end of March. By the middle of March. And then we're trying to hit. No, we're not trying. We are going to hit 100,000 followers, hopefully by the end of July. That's our goal. And same with Twitter. We want our social media to grow more. So we want to pass out the word. Even if your friends don't watch wrestling, tell them to follow me and on YouTube. Like the vlogs. I don't know if you had the chance to like see some of the vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually not that bad.
No, they're good.
Yeah. I mean, I can't put a bunch of stuff because, like, I like to curse a lot, so it's a lot of it. So I'm just like, I'm not going to put this in there. Yeah, the next one, you guys are going to get to see me going back to the Bay Area. And I actually show some people that, they knew me from before I became a wrestler. So, it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. It's PG-2.
Guys, Thunder Rosa is one of the good ones. Please follow her. Please support her career. She's I'm very thankful to have her on the show this week. And follow her. Go to her vlog. Follow her on YouTube, Instagram. Buy her shirts. Support her and Nolan at the same time.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much again for all of those that bought merchandise the last 10 days. I got all the money for my car. Everybody, pitched in and donated. I am beyond grateful to the fans and to like all the people I want to help. I am like, you have no idea, man. It's been quite a journey in the last couple of weeks because, all that and like all the love that everybody shows me. And it's reciprocal. I love my fans and I love to entertain them. So I'm so thankful for everybody.